Welcome to the Pixelberry Choices podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Foreign Affairs chapter 16, and that is apparently the last chapter of this book one, the finale. So we pick things up right from where we left in the last chapter, and that's basically what we have dealt so far. We have dealt our scandal, and we have dealt a lot of things. We have exposed our attackers, the man behind it, Lewis Wright, who did this apparently so far till chapter 15. That's what the case was now, and we're really happy about everything. We have finally no media, no press to worry about, no literal paparazzo running behind us anymore. And this is the chapter 16, the finale, where we're going to sign the peace treaty with other countries. Our mom's going to do that. And our diplomacy score that we have scored throughout the school year with our classmates, that's going to come in handy. And if you have scored high diplomacy score, this chapter was a piece of cake for you. We start at first, Winston's words still echoing in our ear about we need to cancel the peace treaty, but we know we have come so far to cancel it. And we also got to know Lewis Wright saying he was just a player in this game, but there's a bigger fish in the pond, but we don't know about it yet. We dress up one last time in this book. Dion helps us as usual, and then we go to this party, and we go to the same place where we gave the briefing after our scandal, or when we made the headline on a newspaper, the Voyeur, I think, on Voyeur. So that was, we were nervous, but we nailed it down. And if you have scored a lot of points, you'll see there's a really happy understanding and conclusion between the mother and child relationship between main character and main character's mom. That was super awesome. Our mom is really proud of us, and vice versa. That's super interesting. And all the people will sign up the treaty. Now let me know if you, by chance, I don't know if you guys have this situation when you played, if you don't have high diplomacy score, what happened, that scenario. If you know what happened in that case, please do comment below and let me know. I'll be keen to know that, because for my in my case, I almost had 5-star with all of them, 4-star with 3. So everybody signed, signature, everybody signed the peace treaty, even Ordona at the end. So it was a big victory. And then we get to meet our classmates one last time, everyone. And then if we have high score, diplomacy score with our classmates, not only just the signing of peace treaty, but also we'll get a special scene. We'll go to the rooftop with our classmates, we'll celebrate there with everyone, all of our classmates. We will get their insights on what they thought of us when they first saw us, and that was super interesting. We'll toast our friendship, and we'll enjoy that there up there. It was super interesting, to be honest. About also get to know some stuff about Henry and Alexei, or Evelyn, depending on your fake date choice. Their relationship, they're going to carry it on without letting other people know. And also Peter and Dion, they're going to continue it. It can get bitter, but it's still going to continue. There's no way to know it. As they say, choices said in distant shores, you're going to have to imagine it. So we'll have to imagine Peter and Dion are, because we tell them, if you ever need to flee, we have open space, open bed for you guys. So you can imagine, because if this book is not going to get a book two, and that's apparent so far, I guess. And then we come to the ballroom where everybody is dancing, and this is the final love interest choosing time, and you choose your final love interest. Well, I chose Aina. So that was pretty interesting. If you chose Aina, everything comes to a full circle throughout the book, and we dance. We get a diamond scene, 30 diamonds, big diamond scene that was huge, and it paid off, to be honest. And then the main thing, now we see Winston. We go out with them. We tell them we want to come out with our love interest. We want to tell the press. So we tell him to arrange a press briefing, but then we see his true side. He says, "Yeah, yo, your sex video that was really off the rail. What are you thinking?" So we charge him. How do you know about her sex video? You're not supposed to know it. Louis Wright didn't tell it to anybody. Then we come to know that he is the mastermind, and Louis Wright was right all along that there is a bigger fish in the pond. There is a bigger fish in the game, and that's our mom's advisor, this guy Winston. So Winston said his dad died because of Ardona's rivalry. Ardona killed his dad, and he wanted revenge, and that revenge is a literal war between Ardona and Rotherland. So sinister plan he had, and he wants to attack us, but our love interest will save us. And in my case, Ayana, and why I said it comes to the full circle, I'm going to tell you in a second. Then everybody comes around and takes him away to the prison, and our mom thanks Ayana, and again, so she says it's a clean slate. So that's why I said, sort of, we're back to the good page. We were back on the clean page with Ayana a long time ago, but it's sort of like making sense now. Ayana has done a lot for us now. So, and we finally make it public with them. Our mom asks us if you're ready. Okay, so we kiss them in front of the media. We are not afraid of the media. We are ready to come out as we are, and that was super interesting. So the main point, the whole thing was, we're worried about the tabloid, about our love interest. We're afraid to be vulnerable in front of them, in front of the camera. But finally we are. We have nothing to hide, no shame. We're confident. We've gained our political voice, and we are ready to use it for good, and we're ready to show who we are, not to suppress anything, not for demagoguery politics, but our mom's third term is also secured. That is quite a good ending. So now, few things I would point out about this book throughout this week. I would do a video about some side things. Yeah, also about Murphy. I found this scene really interesting. Like, I really was reading this book at first, and I saw Murphy, and I was like, Murphy never talked. We should know more about Murphy. So you get attached to characters, not only your love interests and not only your friends, but some side characters. So Murphy was like that for me. And when people find us, our main character, we're safe after Winston attacks us. So Murphy said, "Oh, I was worried. I hope you're okay." So we were like, "Wait, you can talk?" Dion says, "Yeah, of course, silly." So we thought, I remember, yeah, of course, this is the biggest surprise of the party. So of all the surprise. So that was pretty interesting. That was a really cool moment, and props to Pixelberry. I mean, if you want to make make a book the best, you gotta concentrate even to the teeny tiny moments, and that was it with, I would say, Murphy. That was super awesome. So I absolutely love this book, and I would describe the end chapter, if you were to play a high school story or a college story, like you have this prom dance or homecoming dance. So that was like a homecoming or prom dance, and that ended with that sort of, you can imagine, you dress up, you go. So yeah, it's a really good ending. And as far I know, a lot of you have been asking about book 2, whether it's going to be released or not. So as I said before, I don't think there's going to be a book 2. It's just going to be a standalone. So far it seems like that, but I wouldn't get ahead of myself before Pixelberry confirms anything. But I feel like if they were to make a book 2, they could have done this. We're going outside, we're saying, okay, this is Winston's true face, and then Winston is going to be the main antagonist character openly in the next book. They could have ended it there. They could have left it on cliffhanger if they were to make a book 2, like various other previous books, but they didn't do that. So that's why we don't have any twist left. We don't have. And by the way, so a lot of you said Winston is the traitor, and Winston is going to come out in chapter 16. So yeah, you were absolutely right. If I forgot to mention it, all of you out there who said constantly Winston is traitor, and it's going to be probably chapter 16. I remember he said chapter 16 when we're going to find out he's the traitor. Of course, we did find out. So that was super awesome. Yeah, so he did give that vibe, but it was, so the Pixelberry could have done a little bit more with the suspense, and animosity of this thing, but anything. Anyway, so we don't want much animus there. So let's see. Now I want to say something more about this book. That this book, how do I feel about this book one, and probably not getting a book two? I would like to say, well, this book is definitely doing good. I would say there was politics, lots of politics there, action, some great moments, and also love interest. So I remember Passport to Romance book, it was all about travel and it didn't do much good toward the ending. We wanted to see something more about what happens with our love interest, maybe. So that was not present there. So it really, book was nice, but you gotta take care of both the things, love interest and also the story. So this book so far has done a respectable job in that, with the love interest and story balance. I would say in some chapters it was dim, it was a little off and dud, but still good. So, and the ending is, I wouldn't say the ending is like Distant Shores, because in Distant Shores I felt like a lot is left in the dark. But in this chapter, in this book, after the ending, I would say very few things are like Dion and Peter's relationship, Alexi and Henry, or Evelyn and Henry, or some other things are in doubt. What could happen? What they could have done? But I think when I see, yeah, fine, Wolf Bride, that ended, this ended, so they said this is the last book, last chapter of this book. Now I think they're working on Bolus, and there are other books out there that will get book two, like Nanny Affair, Queen Bee. Now, if this book also gets booked, now every book we think like this should get booked too. So yeah, that can happen. Or sometimes we gotta accept books as it is, as standalone. I don't think if it had gone for a book two, it would have, it would have much of a storyline or plot to it. And also, I would like to say this thing: they have this Laws of Attraction and Crimes of Passion book out there, and these books are gonna be most wanted Heist of Monaco like books. And some of those books didn't get a book too, but these books are gonna be potentially interesting books and deep books. So they would try to continue with these books to give it as much sequel as possible. So they need to work on this. So now they are not thinking about giving sequel to all the books they release. So some books are going to be standalone, even though we like it, we like the characters, we fall in love with them, but we're going to accept that it's just standalone and it is good as it is. So we just got to accept it. It is what it is. But I would like to say all the characters were really fun. I liked playing this book. I really liked playing this book. It was super awesome. Let me know, guys, what your thoughts are in the comment section about this book, or about book one, book two. What do you think? It should get a book two or not? Just let me know in the comment section. And yeah, let's discuss in the comment section below. And this video is never complete without your comments. Thank you, guys, and stay safe. And I will see you again with more news about foreign affairs and other books. Thanks, bye.